Hello everyone, it's your boy Angelo back with another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. I wanted to put the main quest on hold for now because there are some side stuff that I would like to complete while there's still time. And then there's like a part of the map that I've yet to explore that I want to check out if we have time. But before we do any of that, I came back to the Grave-Hoard. As a commenter kindly pointed out, there was a section that I completely overlooked. I don't even know how. I came back to the Grave-Hoard. As you can see, I'm standing right in front of an opening that leads into a room with a handful of data points. And I completely missed this. I feel ashamed and embarrassed, but I came back to right my wrongs. I love the world building that this game provides through data points, whether I read them or listen to them. I just love the little bits of lore that they dump on you. Even if it's something just like nonsensical sounding as an advert from the before time, I just love these little things. Plus, if it's inside the Grave-Hoard, you know that this is going to be an info drop on me. So I had to come back here. So let me do this and then we'll get on with the side stuff. I already scanned one of them. I didn't listen to it, but I did scan it. It was this one right here. Edited and approved one from Sergeant Guliev.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. That's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down Aorus. I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs.
Edited and approved one. Edited, approved for release, USRC. Wait, I know for a fact that I've listened to this before. Sergeant Guliev, just a little longer. Yeah, look at that. It says, thanks for the mail, you.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls, I don't know, 20 drops. In and out of the West Coast, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. Their training is basically, here's a DEW. When you see a bot, hit it. But somehow it's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down Aorus at Lithium Beach. Pulled out before its buddies arrived, but to see a big one go down. I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're going to have a shot at turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs, then everything will be the way it used to be.
Yeah, okay. What the hell's going on? What? So they took this message and they edited down. Why? They removed the part that talked about fighting with civilians and their training, which was basically very minimal. I guess they would remove that because if anyone outside of this facility was aware of what's going on at the front lines, maybe they'd lose some hope knowing that civilians are out there fighting. But they removed some other stuff as well that doesn't really make sense why they removed it, at least not in my opinion. I'm confused. Yeah, because he has another one, So Sorry. And this is the edited and approved one, which was drastically shortened. It pretty much like summarized what he said, but why? Edited and approved 2 from Sergeant Guliev again.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long. We have to put into work for everyone. Like a family business. I still see you in the eyes of the people out there. They were glad to see us. They still had hope. I'm still fighting for you.
Like, you can even hear that the tonal change between sentences doesn't make sense. Because, yeah, they're editing stuff out, so it sounds a little weird. Okay, this one has to be the so sorry then. Yep, I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry.
I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long and tougher every time. The swarm's getting better at predicting us. Less of us now, and we have to put in 10 times the work for everyone gone. Like a family business on hard times, only this isn't my family. It's not with you. I still try to see you, the life we had, in the eyes of the people out there. I remember when they were glad to see us, when they still had hope. It all seems to be slipping away. I don't even recognize the places we're defending. The only thing I know I'm still fighting for is you. For Zero Dawn to turn this around, whatever the hell that is.
Okay. I get it now. This one makes much more sense compared to the first message that was edited. It sounds very, very negative, because it is. They're editing everything that makes this whole situation look bad. So, okay, he makes this message telling his wife, I'm guessing, the whole truth, unfiltered. But somewhere along the chain of command, whoever got this message and they were supposed to deliver it to her, they reviewed it and they're like, whoa. You're not supposed to be telling them all of this. Here, let me edit out some of the lines that make this look bad. Like the swarm's getting better at predicting us. That's not even in the message that was edited. Less of us now. I'm pretty sure that was gone. He did say we have to put in the work, but he says for everyone, not for 10 times the work for everyone that's gone. Like a family business on hard times, only this isn't my family, which that also got removed, and it just said like a family business. I see you in the people, which that in itself doesn't really make too much sense. Saying like a family business, I see you in everyone, but the way he says it here with the whole like a family business on hard times, only this isn't my family. This is much more coherent. Because the context is there, whereas it's removed in the other one. Yeah, like a family business, I see you in the eyes of the people out there, makes no freaking sense. Because the context is missing. They were glad to see us. They still had hope. I'm still fighting for you. They removed the part where he says we need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs. Oh, wait, this is the edited and improved one. Right here, for Zero Dawn to turn this around, whatever the hell that is. I guess that also sounds very negative, because if no one knows what Zero Dawn is, it'd feel like we're just chickens with our heads cut off, running around with no direction. So they removed it. Yeah, okay. What the hell? Unit status report from Lieutenant Fiona Morell. Rejected for delivery.
Status report. 9th Mechanized Response Brigade, Commanding Officer Lieutenant Fiona Morell. Unit morale continues to be adversely impacted by outbound engagements against the Pharaoh Plague, especially when said engagements occur in sectors where civilian guard enlistees have been heavily engaged. The scope and nature of fatalities suffered by civilian guard and unarmed civilians in these sectors defy description. And witnessing it is generating a pervasive sense of hopelessness in the unit. Accordingly, I once again request that deployments of the 9th MRB be temporarily refocused on facilities that are mission critical to Project Zero Dawn. And once again, I request an immediate update on the status of Project Zero Dawn's timeline.
Okay. I can definitely see why that one has been rejected for delivery. It's nothing but but negativity. But it makes sense why. Because it's all negative, but it's the truth. That's the problem. This is the unfiltered truth, and I'm guessing they're trying to suppress any information that makes the whole situation look bad to not instill panic in people. Here we have the lieutenant herself talking about how morale is dropping, a sense of hopelessness is generating within the unit because they're seeing civilians and the civilian guards just straight up die. So much so, like the horrors of war, that she cannot put it into words. It defies description, she says. And yeah, I could definitely see why they would want to scrub that out. So the people who might not be near the front lines, they don't have to worry. Ignorance is bliss. If they don't know that other civilians are dying, then I guess they don't get to panic. Jeez. I believe in you from Roshana Guliev, approved for delivery. Oh, is this the guy's wife?
Ames, I know I mail you too much. I'm just proud of what you're doing. Everyone back home is. We got moved inland 10 kilometers, just as a precaution, they say. School's still in session, so I get to keep my eye on Andrews and Reggie. We never know where or when you're fighting. But when the VTOLs go over, all the kids run out and wave. I believe in you. I know nothing's ever going to be the same, but I believe in you. I believe in us.
Her message was not edited. It was approved. But I guess that also makes sense because the messages she's been receiving from Guliev, those are the ones that have been edited. So she doesn't know any of the ugly truths, the harsh realities that they're facing. All she knows, it's the perfectly curated message that was sent to her, talking about how, yeah, it's difficult, but everything's sunshine and rainbows. Don't you worry, we got this. So her response is appropriate for that type of message that she receives. That's like, hey, I believe in you. You know, she's not worried because she doesn't know that anything is wrong because that stuff got censored out. Oh my God, that is so sad. I feel like a bunch of us would rather be told the ugly truth than a beautiful lie. I know some people wouldn't be able to handle it, so they would rather live in a false reality where everything is sunshine and rainbows because it helps them cope. But I feel like the majority of us, the average person, would rather be told it the cold truth if possible. I'm sure she would too. Please reply from Roshana Guliev, rejected for delivery.
Ames, I don't even know if you're alive anymore. The mails I get from you, they say they're from you, but they don't sound... They sound recycled. Phrases put together, and you don't say anything about the news I pass on. The containment zone, the rebreathers, the rioting, One Earth. What happened in the Dallas bubble, Ames, that wasn't the robots. They won't even give me a straight answer when I demand to know if you're still alive. They just say if your messages keep coming, then you're still operational.
Really?
It's not fair, Ames. It's not fair that you won't be with me when the lights go out. I love you.
That's so sad.
When the lights go out. Is she dying soon? And he's not going to be there for her? That is pretty tragic. But okay. That is beyond messed up. They couldn't even... Okay. First of all, we know Guliev is indeed dead. But second of all, couldn't they come up with a better way of phrasing it? Like, I guess they didn't want to lie to her because they feel bad about it. So they didn't just straight up say, oh, he's still alive, because you would assume that's what they would say. So that she doesn't get suspicious, they would just tell her, oh, don't worry, he's still alive. but I guess their conscience wouldn't let them lie to her. So they worked around it and just said he was operational, which I mean, I guess if they're using his previous recordings to stitch together a somewhat coherent message to try and trick her into believing that he's still okay. I guess he's still serving his purpose as a soldier. He's continuing the fight in a different way by lying to the populace that everything is okay. Don't you worry. He's still out there fighting the good fights. It's just in a different way. I don't know. That is pretty messed up. I know that today's world, they're trying to get actors to sign like some sort of agreement, so when they die, they can still be like, their likeliness can still be used with AI. So in a way, they're still acting out there even though they're dead. I think that's also incredibly messed up and very dystopian, that even after death, people can profit off your image. But in this case, they're just using the guy's voice to stitch together a message to try and not get the public all up in a panic. He's still a soldier performing his duties to his country, I guess. That's why they said he was operational. But even she doesn't buy it because it's like those tonal differences. It just sounds weird. This is so messed up. And like, on one hand, I understand why they're not trying to tell the public the truth, because you know what they say, you can't handle the truth. People will 100% panic, and they're trying to control the information from getting out there to keep people calm. But at the same time, people deserve to know the truth. Oh wait, a corpse? Nil? Do you mind telling me why there are corpses here next to this camp? Please tell me these were bandits that you got rid of and not like a family that came out here to sightsee and have a picnic. Right, Nil? Nil?
Nil, I did wonder on my way here. Well, if you were luring me into an ambush.
Where's the fun in that? Some bandit sprawl would never have done for our arena. But this, much better. There's a sense of drama. So, what do you say? How about we try to kill each other?
What? Yeah, what? Even Aloy is like, huh? Accept duel, decline duel, what?
Wait, you brought me out here to ask if I want to fight you?
To the death. We'll savor it because we only get this one time.
Actually, I don't know what else I expected.
Well, it's a given that this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, that's for sure. Definitely at least for one of us. Well, unless we both mortally wound ourselves, then I guess, yeah, we both got to savor the adrenaline rush one last time. But he's okay with the possibility of dying. I guess because it's like he finally got that thrill that he's always been chasing, and he could go out in peace, doing what he loved to do. And if he bests us, then what? Wouldn't he forever be chasing that high once again? Because he's never going to find someone like Aloy. I guess there's still other capable fighters. Like, Aloy isn't like the ultimate warrior out there. She is capable of herself. But I'm sure there are others out there who've been fighting their whole lives who could possibly give Aloy a good run for her money when it comes to combat skills. So maybe Nil finds another partner in crime and then tries to duel that person at the end once they dispose of other bandit camps. Because that's what I guess feel Nil might do. If he beats us, hypothetically, he might like travel across the lands in search of other battles. But why? Like, if that's what he's planning on doing anyways, why doesn't he do that right now? We don't have to have this duel. He could still go out and try and fight other fights. I know he said he doesn't want to fight the cultists, but what if he does? Come on, Nil, think it over. A part of me wants to accept the duel just to give him what he wants. But then this weird morbid camaraderie that we share is making me not want to accept the duel, because as psychopathic as he is, he has a way with words. He definitely knows how to use very, very morbid metaphors that stick with you long after you say goodbye to him. Maybe he could be a poet. I'm sure people would pay good money for his type of poetry. The imagery it instills in people, it's to die for. I'm not gonna duel you.
I'm flattered that you think of me this way, but I don't want to kill you.
Don't be hasty. When it's life against death, hunter against hunter, I know it'll come to you.
Is that really what you want, Nil? You know, I don't think you have a death wish. What you have might be worse. But
Yeah.
I see there might be a need for you in this world.
I don't understand.
I won't fight you. That's my decision. You can respect it, or try to shoot me in the back as I go.
Then it's over. Your last arrow is the cruelest.
Really, Nil? Okay, I don't fear that he's gonna shoot me in the back. It's not his style, as he put it. There is no fun in that type of fighting. He wants it to be personal. He wants us to have a fighting chance, because the thrill is in knowing that you have a possibility of dying yourself. And so when you overcome that adversity, you feel powerful. You're like, hell yeah, I faced death in the eye and I won. So he's not going to shoot us in the back, I'm pretty sure. Right, Nil? But I gotta say, that was pretty funny, that last line of his. It's like, it's not the physical arrow that hurts him. He probably welcomes that type of pain. No. It's the verbal arrow I shot at his heart. The rejection that was the cruelest. Physical pain, it can be healed. He knows the proper salves, the proper medical stuff to heal his wounds. But it's that emotional damage that he doesn't know how to handle. Not even the most qualified therapist can help this man. He does not know how to handle emotions, and rejection, oof, that was the cruelest arrow indeed. Oh my god, Nil. I'd say you're a bit melodramatic, but I get you. I mean, I'm not like you. I just understand you. I is what I'm trying to say. So is this it then? No more quests with Nil? Are you sure you don't want to fight the Colts? It'd be fun. They have machine guns. They have like a lot of automated weaponry. I am positive you'd get a thrill of fighting people like that. But I guess he doesn't want to get too political, even though he straight up said that he has fought for the Karja, against the Karja. He doesn't care as long as it's fighting. Oh boy. Okay, anyways, let's go over here, because there was an event somewhere around here. I found it when I was trying to get to this vantage point. So let's find out what's happening at this village. Whoa, I see the machines in the distance.
This must be Sunstone Rock. It's being attacked by machines.
I don't like our chances. You want to tell Warden Geneva we back down? Well, let's take our chances.
Is the warden really that scary that you're willing to fight this big ass machine? Oh, I thought I got the other canister, but I guess I didn't. There we go. That was close. What the hell? Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad, if I do say so myself.
You pulled us out of a tough spot, Outlander. Welcome to Sunstone Rock. You should speak to Warden Geneva inside.
She went that way.
It kind of made it sound like Aloy was talking to the guards. But I'm pretty sure that's something that she says in general when machines are looking for her. So this is Sunstone Rock. We've heard of this place. It was where Nil was kept for like a couple of years, wasn't it? Okay, I guess we can meet this warden. Is that a quest? Yes, Sunstone Rock. A behemoth attack has smashed a wall at the prison of Sunstone Rock, letting 3 dangerous fugitives escape. They must be stopped.
They're giving up.
Okay, how do I enter this facility? There's a smashed wall. Oh, there's an open door here.
It was a machine lure. We don't know how they got it.
Rosgrund concealed the parts on his person, no doubt.
We searched him. How?
You don't want to know how.
Oh yeah, the old prison purse that is located in your nether regions. I am not brave enough to stick anything up there, especially for smuggling purposes, because those things tend to be on the larger side, and no.
Warden Geneva. This is the one who defeated the behemoths.
Outlander. I'm impressed. I don't impress easily. Tell me, how do you fare with hunting living prey?
Haven't had any complaints. Why?
3 dangerous prisoners have escaped. I need my men here, getting the others back in line. None of this would have happened if we dealt with criminals the old way. But I've clashed that gong before, and here I am. And here you are.
The old way, aka capital punishment.
What's the old way?
To be buried up to the neck and left for the sun's judgment.
Seems to me like the judgment's already been made.
Not one of them committed another crime.
Well, yeah, I guess if they're dead. Because you buried them up to their neck and let them, dehydrate themselves in the hot Karja sun? Then yeah, I guess they never lived to commit another crime.
So the Karja keep their criminals in this place?
Since the liberation. We've had them all, from thieves to the Mad King Jiran's former kestrels. The Sun King believes in the power of change, and sure enough, some did change. Shed their skin, like lizards. I thought all criminals were the same once. That's why the Sun King gave me command of Sunstone Rock. As an education.
I know that capital punishment is a divisive topic, I, for one, do believe that some people can change. Now, of course, it depends on the severity of their crime, because not all crime is the same. If someone was selling, like, say, a few ounces of the devil's lettuce, I don't think they should be treated the same way as someone who ended the lives of, like, 5 people. Those are, like, 2 different whole-ass crimes right there. Not all crimes should be punished in the same way. And when it comes to capital punishment, I know that there are some cases where people were proven innocent after the punishment was dealt. So it was like it was too late. So they were exonerated like possibly years after they were killed. And it's because there are stories like that where there are some people who are innocent because, you know, DNA technology wasn't that great back in the 70s, the 80s, even like in the 90s. It's ever evolving. It's getting better and better. I feel like if there is room for doubt, you shouldn't carry out an execution. If there's like a possibility that this person might be innocent. Now, if somebody was caught in 4K, they straight up admitted it, there's so much evidence tying to this person, and he exudes an aura of pure evil, then off with his head. I don't mind. But it's just like, it's tricky, you know? Would you be willing to kill 10 innocents if it meant you got 50 guilty? I don't know. Anyway, sorry for going off on the tangent she brought up.
Sounds like an honor. I mean, I haven't seen any other women in Karja armor.
No. I'm not one of your sisters. No woman can wear Karja armor. When I was young, I chose to become a soldier. One good enough to join Avad's honor guard. There was talk about what I was. So I'd say, test me, and I'll break your arm. After enough arms had been broken, there was less talk.
I'm curious, but I'd rather we didn't have to start fighting.
Agreed.
Wait. I'm not the best educated when it comes to topics like this, but the way they said that she's not, or they're not one of my sisters, I thought initially it probably meant like they're saying they're not like one of the Nora, that they're a Karja, so they're different. But the more they kept talking, it's like, wait, no, I feel like this person might be a trans man. Like, forgive me, like I said, if I'm like off the mark right here. I'm just saying this because they remind me of a person I used to work with. They too were a trans man, and they had a similar, like similar facial features, the same feminine voice, because, you know, they were born a woman, they were trying to transition into a man, and they had a very, very similar hairstyle as well. And yeah, I guess if like the Karja do not allow women to become soldiers, because that is true. I never thought about it until just now, but I've never met a woman in Karja armor. But this person, however, is saying they're not part of. I'm guessing when they said I'm not one of your sisters, they meant like I'm not part of your sisterhood, because while their appearance might points to one thing, it really, I guess it's the way you feel on the inside. Because I have heard of people who claim that they felt like they were born in the wrong sex and the wrong gender, like they felt trapped in a body that did not belong to them. And I feel like that might be applicable to this person, because this is a different time. They wouldn't have any words revolving like trans identity and stuff like that. So it's cool if that is what they're presenting right here. It is pretty cool how it's being done, because, you know, they didn't use the word trans or anything like that. They just said when they were young, they wanted to be a soldier. Other people questioned them. They said, let's fight. And then they broke some arms and they didn't question them anymore, because they're capable at the very least. That's pretty cool.
Who are these dangerous prisoners?
3 from the isolation cages. Don't feel sorry for them. They've lived well off the Sun King's conscience. First is Razgrund. Oseram trapmaker, hates the Karja, crazy as a loon in heat. Caught in one too many blasts. Or one too few. Then there's Ulia, a Tenakth warrior, if that means anything to you.
No.
Not really. Another tribe?
Reavers, from the south. Bloodthirsty. Some say they're cannibals, but she slurped gruel well enough. And the last is Gavan, a traitor who smuggled weapons to the exiles.
Compared to the other two, this one doesn't seem so bad.
He helped drag out a civil war, all for the shards it got him. A machine has more warmth.
Got it. To Noth, I read about that briefly. In fact, it's in one of the glyphs I keep postponing. Like, I read the 2 glyphs that I want to read on camera the moment I entered Karja Lands, and I discovered them, and I was like, oh, this is interesting lore. Let me read them again on camera. And then I've been postponing it because these episodes have been getting past the hour mark, and I don't want to, like, make an hour and a half episode. Although I think that's exactly what happened recently, almost with the Grave-Hoard, definitely with Maker's Hand. There was so much info lore dump, and I even edited down those videos. But yeah, I keep postponing it, and I probably might do the same today. I will read them though, that much is certain. But they did mention the Tenakth in one of them, so I recognize the name, but I'm pretty sure, because it's been a while since I read them, so it'd be nice to reread them to get familiar with the information again. But I'm pretty sure there wasn't that much information about them. All we knew is they exist. That's it. So hey, we're gonna meet one. By the way, do you know Nil?
Do you know a hunter named Nil? He told me about this place.
Nil. That's what he calls himself now. Is he well?
I maybe wouldn't say well.
He was born under a long and dark shadow, but he wasn't a knife without a thought behind it. Like the butchers of the Sun Ring. He had honor, old-fashioned. His time here boiled it to the surface.
Okay, Nil is not his actual name. He is well. Mentally, that's another story. But I guess he's not as psychotic. At least, like, we know that he's capable of reason to a degree. Him and I, we cleared out bandit caps, admittedly for different reasons. But he's self-aware enough that he knows that what he's doing is right or wrong. He might not understand why it's right or wrong. Killing is killing, and I guess he feels like there's not much to it in regards to good and evil. He just knows that other people would get mad if he starts targeting civilians versus targeting bandits. So he goes for the bandits because he knows there's no repercussions for that. Nil is an interesting character. I'm sad that it feels like we're not getting any more quests with him.
So you want these prisoners brought back?
No. I want them put in the earth.
Of course.
I doubt they'll give you any choice. They had their chance with the Sun King's generosity. So now they face mine. A bounty on all their heads. Ulia of the Tenakth, Razgrund of the Oseram, and the traitor Gavan.
If I did this for you, I'd need a lead on them.
Well, when Ulia first swept through the Sundom, it was with the jungle bandits. I say she'll go back. Razgrund we pulled out of a crack in Dusk Mesa, where he'd been tinkering with his bombs. And Gavan will be trying to pay his way across the lake. I'd burn my palm on it. Look in Bright Market.
Got it. Geneva. It's pretty cool how they're bringing up some topics in this game in regards to stuff like this, where way early on in like the 3rd episode that I uploaded, there was like a quest I did involving a man with schizophrenia. They never said schizophrenia because they wouldn't know that term in this world. But he displayed like clear symptoms that are related to schizophrenia. But the way that they came across it, they were saying that it was like he was cursed, that it was, what was the spirits, like spirits of the old ones, or something along those lines, were trying to whisper to him. And so it was cool because like I said, they wouldn't know what schizophrenia is. They would just know this man is unwell. He hears voices. He's probably cursed, and it's these evil spirits talking to him. And then we have someone like Nil, where they probably don't know about psychopaths. They just know he has murderous intent. And the way Geneva was describing him kind of makes it seem so like they wouldn't know what a psychopath really is. They just know he's different. And then with her, or I keep saying her, sorry, it's a force of habit. That is true, right? There weren't any pronouns when talking to Geneva. Him, I'll say them. With Geneva, it does seem like they're a trans man, but they don't have that term in this world. So it's more like, well, regardless of how they look, they know what they are. They wanted to be a Karja soldier. Only males are allowed, but they proved their worth, let's say. So it's pretty cool how they're handling these topics. Captains and capers. Oh, this is a glyph. Okay. Glyphs usually have a lot more info in them compared to like regular data points. These tales of Avengers await within. The life of Masarad, the Sun Flash, whose scales of polished armor dazzled his foes, whose ribbons of Firebird red acred like his enemy's lifeblood, so drawn to the clamor of battle that he chose an outlander's life, far beyond the Sundom. In the north, he crushed the helmets of clashing Oseram warbands with the very scrap they battled over. In the south, he stood in sunset against the Plains Raiders, plucking their arrows from his body and firing them back. It was only the lure of the greatest battle of all for Holy Meridian that drew him back to his homeland, and in the liberation he died gloriously, so that it took many hours to reveal his still shining armor beneath the heap of kestrels piled above him. Is this real? Like are these true stories, or is this spiced up a little bit more? They're trying to sensationalize it. To captivate the reader's attention, because really he plucked arrows from his body and fired them back. That seems a little too much of fiction. Of Sadeva, the Desert Rain, once a daughter of the Sun Court, but who cast aside noble silks and paints to run with the mercenaries of the Longburn. She of eyes like smoke and a flashing blade, her band only struck with the sudden storms, for the sight of blood never sat well with her, and the rain washed away its traces as quickly as it spilled. And so the sighting of rain clouds was feared from sunfall to bright market, lest she might appear with them for many seasons, until they were finally betrayed by one of their own to a blazoned patrol. For her noble birth, Sadeva was permitted an honorable death, and buried up to the neck in the Valley of the Lash to await the sun's judgment. What is it with these people and these type of cruel and unusual punishments? Honorable death, so she gets buried up to her neck to dehydrate under the scorching sun. Wow. On the first day she endured in silence, yet on the second, clouds gathered and broke with a great downpour, and in its passing, she was gone. Like, this is straight out of a fairy tale. She's known as the Desert Rain because she doesn't like the sight of blood, so she only kills when it's raining because the water washes it away. And when she was supposed to die, a rain cloud came out and it was a great downpour that softened the dirt and let her escape. Like, she must be super blessed, or I feel like all of these stories might have a hint of truth with a lot of sensationalism. The metal conquest of Gorgon, the Oseram blacksmith who would hammer gauntlets into shape while wearing them. What? And bend barrel iron around his waist. He was seen to wrestle the cargo from the backs of shellwalkers. What? Claiming the lightning blast to be good for constitution. What is he, a dwarf? I guess Oserams kind of have the same properties of a dwarf, the same mannerisms of a dwarf, the same characteristics of a dwarf. I guess that's what I was trying to look for. They're bulky. They love blacksmithing, which dwarves are known for doing stereotypically. and I think in fantasy, a lot of dwarves are also known for their constitution. They're very, sturdy. And overcame a sawtooth by blunting its jaws and shaking it so soundly that its core fell loose. He claimed to have gathered a charging trampler on his shoulders and slammed it upon the rocks. And sure enough, where there were marks left by its furnace blast lividly across his well-haired back. This has to be fake. Are you telling me this man suplexed a trampler? Really? As the derangement worsened, bringing ever more terrifying machines, so grew Gorgon's desire for greater feats of strength. He was last sighted astride a rampaging Thunderjaw, grasping its neck tight as a hawk to prey, and some say he remains there still. I call BS on this. Yeah, maybe there might exist someone mad enough to go on top of a Thunderjaw, but all of the stories seem fake. Like, I see a rope up there. What the hell is that? What the? Proximity trap. Various metals, chemical explosive, a mine with a motion-sensitive detonator attached. So just blow it up. What the helly?
Ho there! I thought they'd send soldiers. The mighty Karja Empire must be more strapped than I thought. How sad. No matter. Bounty hunters die like the rest. Welcome to my ravine of death.
Are you serious?
Sadist, murderer, trap maker. All these things. That's why they put me in that stinking hole.
Okay, he definitely doesn't want to go down without a fight. So he's setting up traps. I hear them, but I don't see them. Also, what's stopping me from shooting you right now? Okay, let me get closer. I don't want to like kill him before we.
Careful now. Don't slip.
I don't want to kill him before we have more words exchanged.
I'm curious. I don't suppose those behemoths I called to the prison killed Geneva.
You're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, that's why I have my toys. To distract me from the pain.
So he's the one that brought those behemoths. Well, we foiled this plan once. We can do it again. It's a good thing that these bombs are bright green and that instead of hiding them, he's leaving them out in the open. The problem is...
Not yet, little acrobat. Whoopsie! He
set off his own bomb. What a klutz. Anyways, the problem is these bombs are pretty close to me. So that could be a problem, but they're out in the open. Like, they're easy enough to spot. Oh my god, that scared me. Thank you for setting off one of your bombs for me. That's one less that I have to worry about. Oh, but there's...
you're not on fire yet.
No, I'm not. He has some on the water, and I cannot shoot these, so I'll try my best to skirt around. Wait, he had to have dove down here too. How the hell did you get up there so quickly?
Persistent, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Also, I'm glad that you're letting your bombs do all the work. He could have been shooting me right now, but he's not. I guess he wants to see how I fare with his little house of horrors. Wait, where do I go? There's nothing to grab on here. Oh, I guess I could just climb up here.
Easy does it. Mind your fingers.
Do I can't climb up there from here. I know I can grab that, but I feel like it's too far for me. Here goes nothing. Oh, Aloy just dove. Okay, I guess I could do it this way. I think. Seriously, guy? He's not doing anything about this. Woo! Aloy!
You got me. No more traps. Tell Geneva I'll be a good boy from now on.
You expect me to believe that? What's in your hand?
Oh, this? Well, just a little... Oops.
Huh? Did he just...
I guess he died doing what he loved.
Really? Well, instead of being brought back to prison, okay, he wasn't going to be brought back to prison. We know what Geneva wanted us to do. They said we tried this Sun King Zavad way with him trying to rehabilitate these prisoners. It didn't work out for these three, so now we're doing it the Geneva way, which is ending their lives. So he did it for us. But I guess the guy wanted to go out on his terms instead of mine. I think he thought that we were going to bring him back, no? And instead of choosing life behind bars, he decided to go out. But as I said, he basically did our job for us. So thanks. He had fun one last time, I suppose.
Okay, I already got rid of the bandits. I don't think it'll be hard to find this warrior.
This is the Tanath one, right?
Do you know, the bandits would fight each other to determine the strongest. I don't like the smell of you. You have weak blood. Yes, Perhaps they will send soldiers. There's a use to you yet. Do you fear my teeth? This one, I cut on the armor of a chieftain. This one, on a great machine.
She's a biter.
Which of you has a place in the stories of my skin? Who will fight? You could not defend your home against a single warrior? What should I make of that? Do you know, the bandits would fight each other to determine the strongest. I don't like the smell of you. You have weak blood.
Can I just sneak up on her?
Yes. Perhaps they will send soldiers. There's a use to you yet. Do you fear my teeth? This one, I cut on the armor of a chieftain.
I can't silent strike her.
On a great machine. Which of you has a place in the stories of my skin? Who will fight? You could not fight. You're too fast to be Kaja. What are you?
I'm a Nora. Okay, I didn't think my trap was gonna explode immediately. Okay, I was trying to like Looney Tunes this by setting up some traps, walking away, getting her attention so that she would run into the traps and explode herself. But I guess I was waiting.
Don't waste my blood.
I'll be there. I thought I guess I was way too close to her and they exploded immediately.
No way we could have talked about this, huh?
All the Kaja did was talk. Talk and bleed. Talk and shackle me. But you fought like a Tenakth. I'd have taken you for my child.
What?
You can't just take a child.
The strong take from the weak. And in the taking, I'm made stronger. These stories pricked into my skin. Look. Children. Riches, lives, and land. All of these have been mine. Drink of my blood, and they'll live on.
What? That's what she meant? Don't waste my blood?
I've got enough stories to carry.
Yeah, Aloy has enough on her shoulders already. She doesn't need to carry your stories as well. She did say, come, don't waste my blood. She wanted me to drink from her because I guess in a way that means she's within me. And if she's within me, then her stories, her memories live on. But how does that even work? What kind of beliefs did the Tenakth have? And the other people are gone now. Okay, I guess this is some introduction to the Tenakth. If they're as fearsome and bloodthirsty as they're made out to be, then I really want to see how a battle between the Nora and the Tenakth would look. Because the Nora are known as savages as well.
We could use a few more Braves on our side.
So, where were you guys at? Karja guards? When I could have used your help earlier? Alright, 2 down, 1 to go. Whoa, this is a cool entrance. Yeah, I've never been here before. Side quests, more of them. Awesome. I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely mean that. Great. That means our story's not come to an end yet, and I saw a data point.
Came through here. The inn seems like a good place to start asking.
I saw a data point over here. Oh, and it seems like I have to come in here anyways. The Nora. A small glyph book on cheap parchment illustrated with exaggerated sketches of ferocious Nora women.
I hope the ceasefire lasts.
Oh, it's a glyph as well. The Nora. Wait, I have one about the Banuk. The Banuk, the Nora, and then it was the old ones that I wanted to read. Oh, this is long. Oh yeah. I am definitely going to read this alongside the Banuk and the old ones, but it's getting on with this episode already, so I'll save this for next time. I promise I'll read these glyphs.
As the sun is my witness, never had a Nora in my house.
What about a man named Gavan?
No, can't say I've heard that name, but we're a trading town, get a lot of people through.
All kinds, I'm sure. Like ones who don't want to be followed.
I never heard of your Gavan. If he's trouble, well, can't say I'm sorry. Now, I've things to be doing, Nora girl, if you don't mind.
He's definitely suspicious.
He wasn't suspicious at all. Time to take a look around.
My thoughts exactly. Aloy, we are kindred spirits. It's like, seriously, he couldn't play that better. I get that not everyone is an actor. Some people like myself are very monotone, so displaying different emotions is a bit difficult when they all sound exactly the same. But even I could play that better. I could have acted a lot more cooler than that. Like what is this about? Like, Gavan? I don't know this Gavan. Did you say his name was Gavan? Oh, you didn't. Oh, I just assumed maybe it was Gavan. The way you described him sounded like a Gavan, but I definitely don't know any Gavans. Now, if you don't mind, I need to go real quick. I can't talk to you anymore, even though I'm an innkeeper. I'm busy. Like, yeah, way to play it cool, guy. He could have just said, oh, Gavan, I'm sorry. Listen, lady, so many people come up around these parts. I can't keep track of who is where. Maybe you'll have better luck asking someone else. Boom. Aloy would have not have suspected him, but he had to play it very obviously. Well, he's not gonna help us. So then, it says search the inn for information about Gavan.
I'm going to take a holiday. Just don't know where.
Fernand. Is that over there? Manacles.
Hello, Gavan. You wouldn't have gotten this off without help. But you didn't make for the harbor, and you didn't go alone.
This way.
So did Gavan find his friends or his enemies? Suppose they're all the same to me.
They would all just be in her way, I guess.
Looks like they weren't happy to see him back.
Don't you pass out, Gavan. I'm not done with you. If you can break out of Sunstone Rock, you can take a bit of knife play, can't you? You didn't break out. You're a snitch, come to bring Meridian down on us. This is my operation now, so I have to make a show of you.
Well, clearly they're not friends. Not anymore, at least. And it sounds like they want to kill him. Isn't that what we want? Whether he dies by our hands or this guy's hands, it's all the same at the end of the day. I guess it would mean something to Giovanna if they know that we're the ones who dispense justice instead.
Spotted. Hey!
Oh, really?
Friend of yours, Gavan?
No! I'm actually here to kill him. If you don't mind, please and thank you for your cooperation.
Show him you mean it.
Hold on, let me use this weapon. Ow. That was definitely overkill, but I didn't want to waste the opportunity while it was right there in front of me.
They sent you to take me back to Sunstone?
No.
Not to take you back.
Huh. Well, has Sheeves done your job for you?
Geneva said you were a smuggler, only for the shards. Is that true?
I could tell you anything. A sick mother, or I did it for the poor children.
But you'd be lying.
In the year I spent in the cage, all I regretted was killing that guard. Because it got me caught. You can take that back to Sunstone Rock.
Was Aloy trying to find out if he really was a criminal or not? To soothe her conscience or something? I would have just assumed they all were guilty. And just executed them like Geneva wanted me to. But our job is done here. One blew himself up. The other one died before we could get to him ourselves. The Tanoth warrior is the only one we truly had a one-on-one battle with and prevailed. I guess it makes no difference to Geneva. Dead is dead after all.
There's a guard under the last king. Far cry from those days.
Your aid to the Karja Sundom in these times of strife is appreciated. That's the official response. I'd say I can tell you've done the work by the look on your face.
2 of them got themselves killed. The other, welcome to fight to the end.
They would have found death with or without you, taken others with them.
That's what I told myself.
Smart girl. Doubt we'll meet again, so go in light.
Okay.
No, I'm awake and alert.
Yeah, I guess it did sound like Aloy was trying to soothe her conscience by double checking that these people were indeed bad people, worthy of a capital punishment.
Justice is a heavy sword. You've got a strong arm.
Okay, I guess that is the end of this. Okay, but this is where I'm going to end the game for now. I know I just picked up that glyph about the Nora. I do intend on reading that on camera, don't you worry, alongside with the Banuk one and the old ones, because those were the 2 glyphs that were very, very informational heavy as well. It wasn't anything like important to the main story of the game, but it's just nice, like, world building lore that are contained in there. So I do want to read them on camera, of course. Maybe I'll just do that at the beginning of the next episode. It'll be like 20 minutes or so of me reading and talking, but I'm going to do it. And then we get to do more side quests, which is great because this means we delay the inevitable. The inevitable being completing this game. There is a DLC still left, of course. And then there's the second game, which I do have as well. So we're not completely done with Aloy's story once this is completely over. But I always like to take it slow, you know, go exploring, go reading up all these data points, complete mini games if they have them. This game doesn't seem to have mini games like other RPGs tend to have. That's a shame, but yeah, I like to take my time and immerse myself in the world, of course. That's why I love doing the side quests and just delaying the main just ever so slightly. But I know that a lot of people just care about the main quests primarily. So that's why I do try to sprinkle in the main quests every now and then. I'll like focus mostly on the side quests, and then I'll go on a main quest and then go back to doing side quests and stuff like that. So There's still a part of the map I've yet to explore. I don't know if the main quest is going to take me over there, so maybe I should just explore it preemptively like I've been doing to all these other locations anyways. So there's still an area to explore. Maybe that place also has side quests. But yeah, that's it for today. So if you guys are enjoying this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.